Hey now, welcome from the dang future, man, to Freedom Sufferer Cards video number 693, man. That is right, from the future. Due to all these pre-recorded vids, wasn't able to get it done properly, so I had to come back, man, from the future. Tomorrow we will go on to 684, but today it is 693, man. Don't ask questions. This is the way it works. This is the way it works. And today, I said, bam! It is time for the NHL 2023 Playoff Preview. Oh, man. What a year it's been. This is going to be a long episode. If you are not a fan of hockey, I guarantee you will not stick around. There will be some nice cards shown along the way, but this is a playoff preview and prediction. So this may run close to an hour. This will not be the only video this week as well that will be doing that. Got some surprises coming. All right. But what a race. It took the very last game of the season. The Avs winning changed things one last time, man. We've got all of our matchups. We're going to start with the East, though. We are going to start with the beast of the East. The Boston Bruins. They are only the best team of all time, man. They just broke the record. Most successful season ever. Now, whether the season translates into playoff success, we shall see. We're going to start with the man that led the way, man. Bam! David Pastrnak. 82 games played. He played the complete season. Good to see for Bruins fans that saw him hurt last year. 61 dang goals, man. What a year. 52 assists, 113 points. He was also plus 34. 13 game-winning goals. That's the kind of madness you need, man. But he wasn't alone. Of course, you got, bam, the Rat Star Power, man. Look at this beauty. We got Brad Marchand, known for being a thorn. But he is also a offensive gifted dynamo, man. Let me tell you, he is not a one-trick pony. This year, he took a big drop-off in points, though. He's usually hovering around 90, 100. He was 67 points in 73 games. He did pick up 21 goals and 46 assists. Now, for Brad Marchand, that really is a dip, and he was pretty mild this year. Stayed out of trouble for the most part. Still, plus 27, he's legit. 27 more goals while he's on the ice for his team than against. That's big time. Still 4 game-winning goals, too. Man, dangerous, man. We also got, bam, one of the best two-way players of all time, Patrice Bergeron. Two-way threat always. Picked up 58 points in 78 games. 27 of those were goals. He was a plus 35 always. That's plus 35 is really, really dang good, man. Amazing. You can almost never see that guy make a mistake. Right place, right time. 7 game-winning goals. Man! My goodness. They also got some depth. They picked up Pavel Zacha. Come on, man. There you go. Picked him up. 82 games played. 57 points. 21 goals. 36 assists. You see the drop-off between Pastrnak getting 113 points. Bam! Down to 67 with Marchand. And you would think that's not great. Well, the problem is, this is a real team. They are contributing up and down the lineup. Zacha also got 3 game-winning goals, plus 26. Come on, man. Bam! David Krejci came back out of retirement to help out the Bruins. 70 games played, 56 points. 16 goals, but 40 helpers. My goodness. Also plus 23. 2 game-winning goals. Everybody plus. What about Louis DeBrusque? Son, Jake. Check this out, man. Louis was a tough guy, but Jake is contributing offensively. 50 points in 64 games. It's another 20-goal scorer there. 27 goals plus 26. But the key there is 6 game-winning goals. He scored a lot of them. You got almost a whole team's getting game-winning goals. Then on defense, yeah, they took a hit. They lost some people. But they brought in Hampus Lindholm, who led the way. What a warrior this guy is. Let me tell you, he's won real battles, let alone hockey. 80 games played, 53 points, 10 goals from the defense, man. 43 assists plus 40, dang 9. Not saying that wrong, plus 49. 2 game-winning goals. See what I'm saying here? Game winner after game winner, everybody contributing. Bam! Charlie McAvoy. 67 games played. He got injured for a bit, but still found a way to get in 7 goals, 45 assists, 52 points, and a plus 29. Plus all up and down this lineup. 2 game-winning goals as well. Got defense-winning games. They also picked up, bam! Big man. Dangerous Dmitry Orlov. He's tough as nails. Also contributed with 36 points. Split season, 66 games played, 7 goals, plus 12. 2 game winners. Another couple of game winners. Another defenseman. Bam! Also 2 game winners. We got Matt Grzelcyk. Check this out. 75 games played. He had 26 points. 4 of those were goals. But of those 4 goals, 2 of those were game winners. And he's a plus 46. Oh, wow, they are deep. But what about goalie? You're thinking maybe that's not their strong suit. Wrong, because we got Linus Ullmark. Come on, man. Bam! Here, Hazel. Linus. There you go. Linus Ullmark. My goodness. Are you ready for this? 49 games played, 40 wins, 6 losses, and 1 tie. Goals against average of under 2, 1.89. That means if your team scores 2 goals, most of the times you're going to win that game. Unreal. .938 save percentage and 2 shutouts. My goodness. And the backup goalie. Well, you got the young man. Great goalie prospect here in Jeremy Swayman, Young Guns. Beautiful card. 37 games played, 24 wins, 6 losses, and 4 ties. Goals against average of 2.27. Save percentage, 92% of the times he's going to stop it all, man. 4 shutouts as well. So as a team, you put both of those goals against averages together, and if you, again, score more than 2 goals, you're going to get a win with Boston. That's just crazy. But they got some game breakers I haven't talked about. Oh man, do they ever. Former Hart Trophy winner, Taylor Hall. Don't forget about him. Yes, he has a hard time staying healthy. Did play 61 games this year, 36 points, 16 of those were goals. And he was a plus 11. With 6 game-winning goals, expect him to be key. You got Trent Frederick as well. Don't forget about him. 78 games played, 31 points, but 6 game-winning goals. And then they picked up this man. Look at that kisser. He means business. We could get him. There you go. They did pick up Garnet Hathaway, who's got 3 game-winning goals of his 13 on the season. He's also a plus 5. He played 84 games. 84 because of the team he was traded from, Washington. He had played more games there at the point. Boston had not played enough games. 84 games played in an 82-game season. That broke Brad Marsh's record. Brad Marsh played 82 in an 80-game season. But, yeah, that's pretty good. He's tough. He is tough. But like I said, he's also going to score some goals. Then you got Derek Forbort. I'm predicting he's going to do something in the playoffs as well. 54 games played, 12 points, plus 12, 2 game winners. My goodness, man. Anyone can score on this team. How are you going to beat them? It's crazy. Look at their injuries. Everyone's expected back. Krejci, that was pretty much a load management and a rest day. No sick. He's sick. No sick. Nosek is not sick anymore, man. Day to day, he's back. Foligno's expected back. He was on the LTIR, but he's expected back. Forbert is expected back. Everybody is expected back for the playoffs, fully healthy. So how are you going to beat this? How could this possibly be beat? Well, there's a team that last year won the President's Trophy, the best season. They had an amazing second half to make the playoffs. They're one of my favorite teams. My second favorite team in the East. We are talking about the Florida Panthers. And the Florida Panthers have their own thorn on their team. Let us say that. But he had an amazing year last year. Traded from the Flames. We are talking about none other than Mr. Matthew Tkachuk. Check this guy out, man. Shown here with the Flames still. 79 games played. He had 109 points. Plus 29. 6-game winners. 40 goals. Man. Amazing player. Really? Also one of my favorite players. He's great. He is great. He's going to be going up against Marchand. How is that not exciting? My goodness, man. But he's not alone. Yeah, he could do it all. I mean, he also got over 100 penalty minutes. My goodness. We got voted recently in a player poll as the most underrated player in the game. Two-way gem, Alexander Barkov, shown here in this numbered beauty. SP, hockey, amazing. He had 78 points in only 68 games. Another over a point a game guy, plus 10. Another 6-game winners, 23 goals, 55 assists. Really, that is a legend of a player. Really love that guy. So they're not without their weapons. Another guy that's always under the radar, and I don't understand why, man. Carter Verhaeghe. All he does is score. He, to me, is like a good version of Versteeg. Chris Versteeg, who bumped around everywhere as well. All he did was score goals. But Verhaeghe really at a better pace. He had an 81 games played today, or this year. Today, that would be intense. 42 goals, man. 73 points. 31. Those were assists as well, plus 10, 2-game winners. There's going to be goals scored from Florida. Expect him to get in on the action, man. Also, Sam Reinhart, shown here with the Sabres. He picked up 31 goals in 82 games, 67 points, minus 12 though. Got to work on that, but he did come from a bad team. 5-game winners. Luosterainen, 82 games played, 43 points, plus 19, 1-game winner. I do not have a card of his, but he's dangerous. And I also can't find a card of Mr. Bennett. He's got 2 N's, he's got 2 T's, but he's got 3 B's. LeBeau, 3-game winning goals. 16 goals in total, but 3 of those were game winners. 2 N's, 2 T's. Expect him to get a couple of LeBeaus, a couple of B's too, man. And on defense, Brandon Montour, what a pickup he's been. All he did in 80 games as a defenseman was score 16 goals and 73 points, plus 10, 2-game winners. What a pickup he has been. Gustav Forsling as well. 82 games played, plus 19, 41 points from the defense. 3-game winners. They know what's going on. Also had 13 goals. One of my favorite defensemen, period. This man, shown here in a beauty of a foily aquamarine. Aaron Ekblad. If he could stay healthy, this dude is absolutely legit with and without the puck. 71 games played, 38 points. 2 of those were game-winning goals. Did pick up 14 goals as well. They got some toughness. If you want to beat the Bruins, you're going to have to bruise them as well. Bruise the bruising Bruins, man. And this man, big man, Radko Gudas. He's tough as nails. He hits like a brick wall. 72 games played. He still picked up 17 points, not known for offense. He's a defensive juggernaut. He will hurt you. Watch out, Bruins, if you are around that man. And in goal, I love their goalies. Bobrovsky, check this out. Beauty Bobrovsky, autograph. He's legit as well. 50 games played, 24 wins, 20 losses, and 3 ties. They had a rough start. Goals against average is 3.7. So Florida's going to have to score more than 3 to win. Save percentage of .901. Over 90, you want to have at least over 9. Because if you're letting in under 90% of the goals, of the shots, that's not good. Shutouts, 1. Amazing. Love Bobrovsky. He's had some consistency issues, but he is elite. He can change a game very quickly, I may add. Now, their next goalie, I don't actually have a card of. He came out of nowhere. When Spencer Knight, I do have a card of his. I actually have a few beautiful cards of his, but not with me at the moment. Actually, I put it away. But he's having a tough time. Spencer Knight had to be excused from the team. He's in the player assistance program because he's having problems, and that's real life stuff. He had to walk away from the team. It is not substance abuse, though, I will tell you that, so don't get involved there, but my thoughts are with him. So they needed a knight or a lion, and they got both of them. Alex Leon. He came in to help Spencer Knight. He showed up. 15 games played, 9 wins, 4 losses, and 2 ties, which are overtime losses nowadays. Goals against average of 2.89, save percentage of .912, and 1 shutout. Out of nowhere. So I don't know what they're going to do with goaltending. Spencer Knight did play 21 games, though. He had 9 wins, 8 losses. Goals against average of .318. So of all 3 goalies, the only one to get under 3 is Mr. Alex Lyon. Leon Lyon. Outstanding. So that's going to be interesting because in goal, the Bruins are set. They are legit. Hard to break everywhere. But definitely goaltending, that's a tough one. And then we got our game breakers. Nick Cousins did chip in with 2 game-winning goals, so I would expect him to do something. But Anton Lundell, right here, man. 73 games played. He also got a game-winning goal, but I would expect him to get another 1 or 2 in the first round. 12 goals, 21 assists. Was a +1 as well. Not bad, man. Then you got the old man. Who knows how to win? He's won cups before. He knows all about it. 72 games played. As an old dude, 14 goals, 29 points. He's a -5. A little harder to keep up. 1 game winner, though. Expect him to chip in and help those Panthers. Of course, you got Patrick Hornqvist. It's tough because he only played 22 games. He's having concussion problems. 1 game winner. It's not expected that he could come back, but if he does, he knows how to win too. He's got loads of playoff experience. He's got a cup as well. A couple of them, I believe. So, keep your eyes. Hopefully, Hornqvist could come in there and do his thing, man. Do his thing. All right. Injuries there. I mean, Bennett, 2 N's, 2 T's. He's also got a couple of D's day to day. He's got a couple of D's there too, man. But he's expected to come back. And Spencer Knight won't be coming back. Hornqvist, not too sure. So, in the end, can the Panthers do this? Can they pull off the upset? I've got the Bruins in 6, but I would love to be wrong. And even saying Bruins in 6, that means the Panthers find a way to beat a team who's only lost a few times in the whole season, twice. That's 1 game away from 7. That would be a great performance by the Florida Panthers, a team nobody was given any chances to make it. All right. So, how are we going to continue? We're going to go over to another beast, the 2nd seed in the East, Carolina Hurricanes, going up against the New York Islanders. Another one that seems like a lost cause, you would think. How are the Islanders going to beat Carolina? Oh, man. We will start The Carolina Hurricanes can show you exactly what they got, man. Right here, you see them? Are they going to bring the storm surge? Are they going to do that? Are they going to do that? They have a big problem, though. They had an injury to deal with. Svechnikov. But in came this man. What did he do? 82 games played. He is the leader in points, if you could believe this. Martin Necas, 82 games played, 28 goals, 71 points, plus 5 game winners. Someone had to pick it up, and he did, man. He did in a big way. Bam! But they also got Sebastian Aho. Check out this foily. Dazzle me, man. Star power, yeah. Highlight reel, dude, as well. Not like Svechnikov, but 75 games played. Picked up 67 points, 36 goals, plus 9 game-winning goals. Thankfully, they still have Sebastian Aho, but they're a very well-coached team. Their defense is their strongest point. But they've got flashy players, too. Unfortunately, Svechnikov is done. He will not be in the playoffs. Bearing some kind of miracle. It's not looking good. But there he is. In all of his power. Look at this. 64 games played, 55 points, 23 goals, 32 assists. Yeah, not expected back, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. Jesperi Kotkaniemi. All right, man. He was supposed to be as close to a star as you could get for free when he was plucked off the Habs. But what has he done? In 82 games played, 43 points, 18 goals. They're going to need a little bit more from him. Not a bad year, though. Was plus 10, and he had 2 game wins. I don't have a card of Seth Jarvis, but he played 82 games. Young dude, 14 goals, 39 points, plus 10. No game winners, though, but you don't know. New season in the playoffs. Toivo Teravainen, nice SP blue here. 68 games played, 37 points, plus 11, 2 game winners. 12 goals as well. So they got their weapons. And on defense, they picked up the big man. This is the equivalent of card I had of Spencer Knight, a future version, rookie version. We got numbered to 1,000. Who's played over 1,000 games, Mr. Brent Burns. Picked up from the Sharks. Check this guy out. Still, at his age, 61 points from as a defenseman, 18 goals, 43 assists. Bringing the base down. Plus 19. You know, in his last few years, he wasn't known for his defense. You know, he's minus 22, minus 12. But he's plus this year, plus 19. 2 game winners. Huge game breaker of a player. Watch out. He hits hard too, and he's bearding it all day, man. Shane Gostisbehere, 75 games played. Shown here with the Coyotes. 41 points, 13 goals. Again, over 10 goals from defensemen. It was a minus 5 though. They pick up 2 game winners. That's key. Brady Shea, absolutely stacked defense here. He always reliable. 81 games played, 18 goals. We're talking about defensemen here. 20 assists, 38 points, plus 7, 3 game winners. Oh wait, we've got more. Bam! Brett Pesce. He's got, or Brett Pesce, I've heard both. 82 games played, 5 goals, 25 assists, 30 points, plus 11, 2 game winners. Again, they are winning games from everywhere. Jacob Slavin, not to be outdone. 76 games played. He was a plus 27. Also had 27 points. The way that works out, 7 of those were goals. 1 game winner. As good a defense as you will find in the dang league, man. But the last line of defense, you got goalies. Freddie here shown with the Leafs. A nice game jersey. Problem with Freddie and the Leafs and every other team he's been on is when he plays, he's amazing. He's a big dude, covers a lot of the net. But that when he plays, he got injured too often in Toronto. Since he's been on Carolina, it's the same deal. Injured often. But when he plays, 34 games played this year, 21 wins, 11 losses, 1 tie. Goals against average of .248 and a save percentage of .903, 1 shutout. Very, very nice numbers. Nowadays, anyway, those are nice numbers. Any goals against average under 3, that's what you want. But when he gets hurt, you got Antti Ranta coming in, 27 games played, 19 wins, 3 losses, 19 wins, 3 losses, and 3 ties. Amazing. Goals against average of 2.23, save percentage even higher of .910, 4 shutouts. And when he couldn't play, my goodness, I don't have a card of him, Pyotr Kochetkov, 24 games played, 12 wins, 7 losses, 5 overtime losses / ties. Goals against of .244 and a save percentage also above 909, with another 4 shutouts. Goalies, they got depth, so I wouldn't worry about them there. And game breakers, of course, you got Stefan Noesen, known for his game winners. He's got 4 this year, plus 11, picked up 36 points. We got Martinuk, 82 games, 34 points, 13 goals apiece for both of those guys. 3 game winners. And you got this man, another old Stahl brother, Jordan Stahl, creeping in there, 81 games played, 34 points, 17 goals, 3 of those were overtime winners. Will he get, or game winners, will he get game winners for the Hurricanes? Probably at least one. Stastny, don't forget about him. Paul dang Stastny, man. Not the Paul Stanley you're thinking of from Kiss. Come on, man. I know all about Paul Stanley and Kiss, man. You were a pretty good singer back in the day, man. Randy, that's Paul Stastny. I just said not Paul Stanley. Yeah, Gene Simmons, Paul Stastny, man. All right. I don't know what you're talking about, Randy. Paul Stastny. Not to be outdone. Not to be outdone, man. Also 3 game-winning goals. Yeah, Love Gun, man. That's a great tune, man. Randy. He's also plus 4. 9 goals, 13 assists. He's a legitimate player as well, 2-way force. But what I like about Game Breakers are picking people that nobody expects. Puljujarvi, given a second lease on life, picked up from the Oilers, finally given another chance. 75 games played, only 5 goals. One of those was a game winner. Do not be surprised to see this guy pull something out of his bag of tricks, man. And bam! Patches, who has been done for the year. I've been hearing he may be ready, even for the first round. Shown here at Wasaga Beach. Check this out, Sunset Parallel. Amazing. Patches, if Patches could show up, that immediately fixes that Svechnikov missing problem. That is a huge addition. That would be intense. We shall see, though. There are other notable injuries. I mean, Kashe, call it notable. He's a depth option, but another concussion. So he's expected back, but we shall see. Jake Gardner's done for the playoffs again. Seriously, what's that guy going to do? His hip, another thing the Leafs walked away from. It's the same deal every year with him. So he won't be back this year. And how are the Islanders going to beat that team? You saw them. That's deep. That's scary. That's intimidating. I'm going to try and make a case for it. I'm going to try. Now, they're not known for their offensively gifted depth. They do have a few, though. Brock Nelson had himself quite a year. Brock Nelson did pick up, in a full 82-game season, 75 points. That's an amazing year. 36 goals, plus 13 with 8 game winners. That is a solid year for Brocky Nelson, man. They picked up Bo Horvat, who also had a great year amidst a turmoil season in Vancouver, where everything was going wrong for that team. He still got 70 points in 79 games. Fell just short of 40 goals, getting 38. He did get 5 game winners, though. He was a -1, but you don't want to read too much into that because, like I said, Vancouver was not good this year. Bam! Star power, man. Matthew Barzal, been waiting for him to have some back-to-back full seasons, but he's having a hard time staying healthy. Again this year, 58 games played only. However, in those 58 games, he had 51 points. 14 of those were goals, 37 helpers, plus 5, and 5 game-winning goals. Absolutely gifted. If he was on a different team, believe me, you would see far more points coming from that man. We got Anders Lee chewing on that mouth guard. 82 games played, 28 goals, 50 points. He was a -3, but he did have 4 game-winning goals. So they've got some weapons. Of course, not like Carolina, but that's okay. They're a defensively minded team. Jean-Gabriel Pageau, 70 games played, 13 goals, 40 points. He was a -2 with 2 game winners. So he could win you a couple of games as well. Picked up Kyle Palmieri. Only played 55 games, but he did get 33 points. He was a +13. Very defensive-minded. 3 game winners as well, though. Did get 16 goals on the year. But they're known for their goaltending and defense. And this man, to lead it off, Noah Dobson, picked up in 78 games played, 49 points. Very solid year, +4. 2 game winners. 13 goals from a defenseman. Very, very nice. We got Ryan Pulock as well. 82 games played, +10. Another 26 points from the defenseman here. 5 of those were goals. 1 was a game winner. Scotty Mayfield as well. 82 games played, 6 goals from a defenseman. Not too bad. 24 points. He was a +8 with 1 game winner. So they could win some games from there. And we got Alexander Romanov, shown here in a pre-NHL rookie card here in KHL. 76 games played, 2 goals, no game winners, but he did have 22 points. He's known for his defensive and patience. His defensive skill is really something for the Habs to trade away after they did the same with Sergachev, because everyone needs a player like this, but he could chip in offensively as well. But they're rock. Of course, you got Harlamov, the backup, had in 23 games, he was 11-9-2, 2.7 goals against, and a save percentage of .913. But this guy, Ilya Sorokin, come on, man. Beauty card for one, but beauty goalie. 62 games. He played a lot. 62 games played, 31 wins, 22 losses, 7 ties, goals against average of .234. And on a team that just barely made the playoffs, his save percentage is .924. Outstanding. 6 shutouts. This guy could win a series on his own, man. Of course, he can't score, though. You got Pierre Engvall. They picked up Pierre Engvall. He may be a game breaker. 76 games played, 17 goals. Of course, he got pretty much all of his offensive numbers on the Leafs, who were stacked offensively, and he went to the Islanders and was benched a few times. Healthy scratched. He's a +8. He has a hard time getting involved in the play. He's got a big body, but he's got 4 game winners, and he's quick. So maybe he'll get you a game winner or 2, surprise some people. But I like Zach Parise here for this game breaker. Old man. People were thinking he was done. He was washed up. He got another 21 goals this year. Full season, 82 games played, 13 assists, 34 points, but 21 goals, come on. +7, 2 game winners. He's got the experience. Expect Zach Parise to make some noise in the playoffs as well. Josh Bailey, 64 games played, 8 goals, but 2 of those 8 were game winners. Game winners, that's what you like to see. 8 goals, man. Did pick up 25 points. He's a +3 too. +3 as well, not +3-2, making it 32. You know what I mean. And Cal Clutterbuck and Matt Martin. Tough checking line. They chip in with goals too. Expect him to make some noise, man. They got to create some havoc to win against Carolina. And with injuries, Barzal and Romanov were both day-to-day with Barzal lower body and Romanov upper body for whatever that means. Day-to-day expected back fully healthy for the playoffs. So I think after all is said and done, the Canes are going to win in 6, maybe even in 5. But we shall see. As I've told you before, Carolina is tough, but they're beatable right now. We shall see, though. And going on next, we got 2 more matchups in the East. My goodness. And it picks up steam. We are going to close proximity of each other right now. Interdivisional battle. New Jersey Devils against the New York Rangers, man. Oh, man! Bright lights. Hated intense rivalry between these two teams. New Jersey Devils finished second in their division. And their reward was a New York Rangers team that is absolutely stacked with star power. We're going to tell you what New Jersey has and how they brought this madness. For one, Mr. Everyone thought he was a bust, Jack Hughes. What a season. Back-to-back amazing years. This year, 78 games played, 99 points, 1 point shy of 100. Of course, if he played a full season, he definitely would have got that 100. 43 goals, plus 10, 6-game winners. This is your leader right here, Jack Hughes. Oh, tough to contain. Amazing stick handling too and patience. Got Nico Hischier. 81 games played, 80 points. What a year, man. 31 goals, 49 assists. You're talking about a different New Jersey Devils team. Not the one you knew of with those trap years. This is an offensive, highly skilled, really young, fantastically fun team to watch. It's going to be hard to beat them. Nico Hischier, what a great year. 9 game-winning goals, too. Amazing. Jesper Bratt, 82 games played, 32 goals, 73 points, plus 14, man. And 3 game-winning goals. I should say Nico Hischier was also plus 33. That's crazy. One of their big pickups, big man, Timo Meier, brings it all. Everything you want from a power forward. 78 games played, 40 goals, 26 assists, and 66 points. Minus 19, of course, coming from a really bad team, like shown here on the Sharks. No offense, Shark Attack, but they weren't great this year. Come on. Minus 19. Don't read too much into that. 5-game winners. Monster pickup of that man. And then you got Dawson Mercer, shown here with his foily. Dang! Holographics madness. 82 games played, 56 points. He had 27 goals and 29 assists, plus 22. My goodness, 6-game winners. That's a lot of game winners right there. And Thomas Tatar. This is pretty wild. Of course, you expect offense from him. He did get 20 goals in 82 games. Full season, 28 assists, total of 48 points. Might want to see a little bit more, but he was plus 40. Dang one, man. With a game winner. Plus 41. Ridiculously good. And on defense. Talking about ridiculously good, people waiting for a full season. Well, he brought it this time. Dougie Hamilton, 82 games played, 22 goals as a defenseman, 52 assists, 74 points. Plus 23. He's got to be in the conversation for a Norris as well, you would think, right? My goodness, man. Game winners? 7. 7 from a defenseman. 22 goals from a defenseman. Doesn't stop there. Damon Severson, come on, man. 81 games played, 7 goals, 26 assists, 33 points, plus 9, and 2-game winners. Amazing. Ryan Graves, 78 games played, 8 goals, 18 assists, 26 points, plus 34. 2-game winners. Legitimate defense right there. John Marino picked up for Ty Smith, I believe, or was it not Ty Smith? I think it was. 64 games played, 4 goals, 14 assists. No game winners. He was plus 21. Mark my words, he can bring the offense when you least expect it, and in goal. I tell you, the Washington Capitals let Vitek Vanacek go and Samsonov, and what have both of those goalies done for their new teams? Madness. Nothing but good things. Check out this Vitek Vanacek. 52 games played, 33 wins, 11 losses, and 4 ties. With a goals against average of 3 or of 2.45 and a save percentage of 911. 3 shutouts. Now he just took the reins and ran with it. Blackwood struggled a little bit, but Mackenzie Blackwood is outstanding. Don't you even second guess that. He's a great goalie as well. But both of these young forces combined, it sets up the Devils for a very long time. Because Blackwood had, in 22 games played, 10 wins, 6 losses, 2 ties. But his save percentage was only .893, under 9. That's not good. And his goals against was over 3. It was 3.20. He was playing a little bit, I don't know how you call it, some sophomore, I guess this is his 3rd year now. A little bit of a jinx, but he's back in fine form. I would not expect any different. They've got great goalies. They're going to take them for a long time, a long way. Believe me. And they had a 3rd goalie who played, Akira Schmidt. I don't have him. Sounds like a anime hero. 18 games played, 9 wins, 5 losses, and 2 ties. But his goals against was the best of the 3, 2.13, and his save percentage was the best of the 3, 922. So if there is an injury, they're pretty confident in their depth. 18 games is more than just a test run. And game breakers. Sharon Govich, he only had 17 points and 13 goals. However, and he was also a -3. However, he had 2 game winners. He's got a lot of skill, believe me. Expect him to chip in a few goals. Maybe even a game winner or 2. Miles Wood. Telling you, these guys, you see only 27 points on the year, 76 games played. You're thinking, why are you choosing them as game breakers? Because they're not guarded by the team's best defenders. They work hard. They're sneaky. And sneaky and slippery, man. 2 game winners. Expect Miles Wood to do what he could, man. And we got Adam Boqvist as well. 80 games played, only 4 goals and 26 points. Was +6, but one of those goals was a game winner. 2 of them actually were a game winner. 10 goals, man. What am I looking at? I'm looking at McLeod, the next guy. We got 10 goals, 2 game winners. +8. But here, McDang Cloud, man. Michael McDang Cloud, 80 games played. There's the 4 goals. One of them being a game winner. I'm telling you, something about Michael McLeod, I see it. I just have a vision. Overtime winner. And of course, Palat, only 49 games played, but plucked off of those Tampa Bay Lightning 8 goals, 15 assists, 23 points, +5. He knows how to win, though. Won a couple of cups. 1 game winner. My goodness. And their injuries? Only 1 injury. Bernier. But he's expected back if he's needed. Steve Bernier, yeah, the Leafs guy. The Kings, the former Kings and Leafs goalie. And Red Wings. He's there with the Devils. LTIR hip problem? We'll see. If there's an injury, if they need a 4th goalie, it's looking pretty good. Now what could be done to beat this juggernaut? Not much. I'll tell you that much. Not much. Unless you're the Rangers. You're pretty stacked if you're the Rangers. They've picked up some good pieces as well. Let me show you in a second. But first, long-time superstar, absolute star power of Mr. Artemi Panarin, shown here with a playing card, a Cubs bread man. 82 games played, 29 goals, possibly the best passer in the league, one of 63 assists and 92 points. Absolutely high skill, high-end player, +4, 4-game winning goals. My goodness, man. The bread man. can do what he wants usually, so we shall see. Mika Zibanejad, 82 games played. Look at this beauty, oily blue parallel. 39 goals, fell 1 goal short of the lead for Swedish goal scorers. That was taken by Willie Nylander in the last game between these two. Willie finished with 40. Picked up 39, but 91 points in 82 games, plus 25. 5 game winners. Dangerous, man. Mika Zibanejad, damn. Panarin the bread man. You got more depth. One of my favorite players as well, Vincent Trocheck, shown here with the Panthers, Young Guns here. 82 games played, 64 points, 22 goals, 42 assists, plus 3 game-winning goals. What to expect from Trocheck? For those of you old-school fans that don't really follow hockey right now, think of like Rod Brindamore. This is what this guy does. Reliable. He will hit. He'll drop the gloves if he has to. Amazing defensively. Crazy offensive touch, and does not make that many mistakes. Vincent Trocheck is a great player. 3 game winners as well. They picked up one of their huge acquisitions, absolute star power Patrick Kane, man. 73 games played, 57 points. He was a minus 22. Again, don't read too much into those two numbers. He was on a bad team. Minus 22. That's a Blackhawks for you, all right? 21 goals, 36 assists, 1 game-winning goal. He left the absolute sad story of the Blackhawks amidst all the turmoil. Off ice, on ice, it was just a bad scene. He was told he needed surgery, so those numbers reflect that too. But for him to take the surgery, he would have been done for the year. Would have been shut down. He wants another shot at a cup. He wanted the Leafs or his number one choice, the Rangers, and he got exactly what he wanted. Toronto found the price too steep for an injured knee, but he's still lethal. He is absolutely lethal. Do not leave that man open. He could still make plays. Expect him to continue being the game breaker that he is. Bam! Chris Kreider. All he does is score. He's taken a hit in his reputation for not really passing, just being much of a puck hog, for lack of a better term. And this year didn't really change too much. He only had 18 assists in 79 games, but he did have 36 goals. You're going to get that puck. You're not going to pass it. You better score with it. And he does that on the regular. A little bit of a down year for him. 54 points. Plus 21 though. Not usually known for that. So he's picked up the slack in other areas. Like, you got minuses and plus 22 this year. Plus, that's what you want. That's what you want, man. Plus 21, minus 22 was Patrick Kane. 3 game winners. Rangers got these weapons. Another pickup. Tarasenko. Bam! Tarasenko, again, a few years ago, people thought he was damaged goods. Had a decent comeback year, and then this year, 50 points in 69 games, 18 goals. It was a minus 14, again on a bad team, so don't read too much into that. St. Louis was not good this year. 1 game winner. Absolute star power, cup experience with Kane and Tarasenko. That will go a long way. And on defense, bam! Star power. Adam Fox, shown here in a beauty, rated 10, Young Guns. 82 games played, 12 goals, 60 assists. We're talking about 72 points here, man. Plus 28 and 5 game winners. One of the best defensemen in the league. Not too much more to say about him than that. Absolute game changer. We got Keandre Miller, another part of their very young top few defensemen here. 79 games played, 9 goals, 34 assists, 43 points, plus 12. 2 game winners. Amazing. Keandre Miller, extremely talented man. And then we got this man. Bam! Big man. One of the most dangerous hitters in the league today. 82 games played. He could also contribute offensively with 8 goals, 22 assists. He was a plus 7. It had 30 points. 2 game winners. But let us not beat around that dang bush again, Liam. you got to worry about him absolutely running you over and smashing you. That's Jacob Trouba for you. Watch out, Devils. Do not get near that guy. He will hurt you. But so will this guy. Bam! Igor Shesterkin, shown here in a beauty orange slice parallel. 58 games played. After a rough start, he still ended with 37 wins, 13 losses, 8 ties, goals against of 248, and a save percentage of .916 and 3 shutouts. Amazing. Absolute wall. He can change the series on a dime. Watch out for Shesterkin. If he doesn't play well, though, they got Halak, who's also got winning experience, loads of playoff experience. All he did in 25 games was win 10 games, lose 9 of them, and have 5 overtime losses as well. 272 goals against. Save percentage of .903 with a shutout. Come on, man. I could think of worse backup goalies than a winning goalie like that. And now we're into the game breakers. This is the third time I've done these playoff series, and this guy shows up all the time because all he does is perform in the playoffs. Philip Chytil, my goodness, 74 games played, 22 goals, 45 points, very nice year, plus 15, but 4 game-winning goals. He's going to do it again. Believe me, there's one thing you could guarantee in the playoffs is that Philip Chytil will be getting goals. Jimmy Vesey, the Swiss Army knife, shown here with the team that he's going to be going up against. He's now back with the Rangers, where it all started. Swiss Army knife, like I told you, you could put him up and down the lineup. He will bring it. 81 games played, 11 goals, 14 assists, 25 points, plus 13, but he had 4 game-winning goals. I got 2 other game breakers here. We got the kids, their top picks. Start off with Kaapo Kakko, 82 games played, 18 goals, 22 assists, 40 points, plus 2 game winners. When you got all that other star power, Kaapo Kakko will have favorable matchups. I believe he will, and he can definitely capitalize on that. You're not going to get picked at the top of the draft without high skill. The same can be said for this last guy right here in this beautiful SP Rookie Authentics. Oh man, look at this. Slappy's favorite, 81 games played, 16 goals, nearing that 20 goal mark, 23 assists, 39 points, plus 10, but also 2 game winners. This guy's made a career of big game play. He's also going to be key. Kaapo Kakko and Laffy got all that crazy star power up front, and you're going to leave these guys open. I'm telling you, watch out for them. Now time for the prediction. I am saying that the Devils are going to win this in 7. It's going to be tough. It could go either way. This was probably the hardest series for me to choose. So there you go. We are left with one last matchup in the East before we head over to the West. And of course, that matchup is none other than the Toronto Maple Leafs going up against the Tampa Bay Lightning. And we will start with the team that has gone to the finals 4 years in a row, the Tampa Bay Lightning. They finished third. The Leafs finished ahead of them by quite a few points in second. And the Leafs will have home advantage, but out of respect to the juggernaut that is Tampa Bay Lightning, we will let them go first. All right. Leading the way with that laser shot, known more for his amazing passing, Nikita Kucherov. Boy, star power, man. 82 games played, 113 points, 83 of those which were assists. Yeah, he had more assists than he had games played in a full season. My goodness, he also got 30 goals as well, but he was also -2. 4 game winners on a team like Tampa Bay. When you have 113 points, and you're still -2. You know what the knock on Kucherov is? Yeah, that's right. He can be exposed. He could also expose you with 113 points like he did this year. My goodness. Dangerous player. Bam! Braden Point, after a injury last year, people were wondering how he was going to come back with a rough knee, and he came back in 82 games with 95 points and a 50-goal season, 51 goals, 44 assists, +2, and 9 game winners. Now, you're seeing, how can you have so much offense and just be +2 or be in the minuses? It's crazy. Tampa did not have their best year, but they are still Tampa Bay. They are old. They have played a lot of hockey. They've gone deep. 4 rounds, 4 years in a row. That's a lot of hockey on these aging bodies. They know. They could probably just flip a switch. A lot of teams can't, but they probably can. Steven Stamkos. My goodness, man. He's done it all. 84 points in 81 games, over a point a game. Multiple 50-goal seasons. This year he had 34. He did have 50 assists, though. -5. 6 game winners. Always lethal and dangerous Steven Stamkos. They had a nice pickup from your Hawks here, shown here with a rookie relic. Brendan Hagel, 81 games played, 64 points. He was a +23. Coming from a bad team, 30 goals, 34 assists. He figured it out. He is tough to play against. He is absolutely lethal both ends of the ice. 3 game winners. My goodness, man. Alex Killorn. He's also lethal both ends of the ice. 64 points in 82 games. 27 goals. 37 assists, +18. 5 game winners. You see what I mean, man? And of course, a guy that used to be my game breakers, but now he is a top 6, ranking number 6 in their points right now, is Nick Paul. So he's not going to go under the radar anymore. People know he's a playoff performer, and this year he did manage to get 17 goals and 15 assists, only 32 points in 80 games. For a top 6 player, you want a little bit more, unless you know what he does in the playoffs, and he's a +11. 4 game winners. That's what this guy does. Expect him to give the Leafs headaches yet again. But on defense, usually Hedman is leading the way. This time, it's Sergachev. Hedman did not have his best year. Sergachev, 79 games played, 64 points, 10 goals, 54 assists, +13, 2 game winners. I'm telling you, that deal for Drouin with the Habs, that was a tough one to swallow. But, and Drouin forced their hand, and they still got Sergachev. That's what worries me about Romanov. I see a lot of parallels between those two. But here we go. Sergachev, quite a year, 64 points, +13. My goodness. Bam! Victor Hedman did not have his best year, like I said, only 49 points. I say only, that's a great year for most defensemen. 49 points in 76 games, 9 goals and 40 assists. Still +10. Going up against all the team's best players, 1 game winner. My goodness, man. But this is what happens when you have to shave down that roster year after year. Yes, they got no taxes in Tampa, and they make all kinds of magic work with that. But they still have to shave the players down, man. One of the people who was not getting shaved and has been allowed to blossom. Perbix. No shaving the Perbix this time, man. 69 games played, 20 points. I do not have a card of Mr. Perbix. He was a 6th round pick. +11, 2 game-winning goals. No need to shave the Perbix. He's here to stay, man. We got Ian Cole. 4th defenseman here. 78 games played, 17 points, +13. All 4 of those are plus players. That's what you need when you're going up against the offense that the Leafs have. No game winners, but that doesn't mean you can't do that in the playoffs. and in goal, which has always been their top weapon. Look at this purple, foily, dang beauty. Come on, man. Come on, man. Andrei Vasilevsky, numbered to 399, violet pixels, absolute star power. What did he do this year? He had a rough year. He played a lot of hockey, 60 games played, 34 wins, 22 losses, 4 overtime losses. Goals against average of .265. That's relatively high for him. Save percentage of .915. That's not bad. That is not bad. And shutouts 4. When he wants to, he will dominate. Most of the times he does that, especially in the playoffs. So he's going to be hard, always tough to beat. And their backup goalie, Elliott, beauty picture here. Elliott had 21 games played, 12 wins, 8 losses, and 2 overtime losses. Goals against average of .340. That's not good. .340 is not good. And the save percentage of .891. 1 shutout. Elliott is a legitimate goalie, but those are not good numbers. So let us hope, for Tampa Bay's sake, that something doesn't happen to Vasilevsky. Because then you're looking at needing 4 goals to win every game. That's hard to do. And they're game breakers. Of course, you got Ross Colton, 3 game-winning goals. Tanner Jeannot was a pickup. They gave up a lot to get this guy. 76 games played, only 18 points, 6 goals, but he is tough. 107 penalty minutes. He's a -7. He will hurt you, though. He's tough, believe me. You do not want to go up against that guy. 1 game-winning goal. I would expect something from him. But Mr. 4 finals in a row, Corey Perry. Check this out. Beautiful puck signings. I love this card. Corey Perry, 81 games played as an old man. 12 goals, 13 assists, 25 points. He was a -28. 95 penalty minutes. He's another thorn. 3 game winners. This guy knows how to score at the right time. That is my last game breaker for Tampa Bay. And how are you going to beat this team? All they do is make the finals all the time. How are you going to beat that team? Well, you got to have a pretty dang good team to beat them now, don't you? And I think Toronto does have that team. This year, I think they do. I think they did last year too. And that was a very close series. Very close series. The Leafs won in almost every statistic on that except for the one that matters most. Who had more wins? As Tampa Bay won 4-3 in 7 games. See, they won it by 1 game. By 1 goal. But things will be different. The Leafs have retooled. And of course, can't talk Leafs without talking Austin dang Matthews, man. Peppy, yeah. Talk about star power. And beautiful graded 10 young guns of Matthews, my goodness. Concentrate, man. 74 games played. This after having surgery earlier in the year. He had wrist surgery. Everyone's like, Matthews had a horrible year. Horrible year. What do you mean, horrible year? He had 40 goals and 45 assists. He had 85 points in 74 games after wrist surgery. Playing injured almost the entire year until a couple of weeks ago where he said he's actually feeling healthy now. Has not been the case. You can't expect to have wrist surgery and come back and get another 60 goals. Give me a break. But what he did do while he was recovering, I showed you he got 40 goals and 45 assists. He was plus 31. He led all forwards in takeaways, in plenty of defensive categories, and the majority of them, except for plus minus, actually, in all of them. In blocked shots, in forced turnovers, in takeaways. Austin Matthews became a two-way beast. Beast of a player. Do not be surprised to see him getting some nominations for the Selke. That's how good of a defensive forward he became. All the while being a extremely dangerous man. Come on, man. 8 game-winning goals. Austin Matthews. And who else? Who's this? Oh, wait a minute. The Wizard. Foily star power, man. Mitch Marner, what did he do? 80 games played, 99 points. Just like Jack Hughes, of course, had he have played a full season, he would have got over 100 points. We know this. He had 30 goals this year, 69 assists. Come on, man. Plus 18, 4 game-winning goals. Mitch Marner is on the penalty kill. Another guy near the top of the stats with forcing turnovers. Mitch Marner. They are great defensive players too. Marner and Matthews. Do not kid yourselves. Amazing. JT, constant threat. Exactly true right there. Constant threat. JT, another point a game season. 80 points in 80 games. 36 goals, 44 assists. He was a -7, which is not like JT at all. 9 game-winning goals, though. He is a face-off guru. He is amazing along the boards. He does all the little things. He's great on the power play. He's just your captain in every sense of the word. I love JT. That's another 30 goals. We got 40, 30, 44, or 40, 30, 36. And I mentioned earlier, check this out, star power, that Willie became the highest scoring Swede of the year with 40 goals. But he also got 87 points in 82 games. What a year. 40 goals, 47 assists, plus 10, 5 game-winning goals. So you got 3 30-plus goal scorers on your team right now. 3 of which were 40. No, JT finished just under 40. 36 goals. My mistake. But still, you got 30 goal scorers on the team. 4 30 goal scorers. Come on, get it together, man. One of their big pickups, Ryan O'Reilly. Dazzle me, man. Brockhillian Green. Loved it. I've said every time I pulled an O'Reilly card. Way before he was on the Leafs. One of my favorite players. Love the way he plays the game. He's the ultimate missing piece for the Leafs. And they picked up a bunch of those types of players, but not of O'Reilly's stature. He didn't have the greatest year in St. Louis. Horrible team this year. -21. 16 goals, 14 assists, 30 points out of 53 games played. But he was almost a point-a-game player on Toronto. 4 game-winning goals. He is healthy. He does everything right. He blocks shots. He wins face-offs. He hits hard. He plays defensively sound hockey. Net front presence. Amazing. Everything you want. I'm so super happy with that pickup. And another Dubas pickup, Kelly Yarncroc. What did he do? That's another 20 goals. That's what he did. 20-goal season for Yarncroc. 39 points. Career high, I may add. 73 games played, 39 points, plus 9, 2 game winners. Yarncroc has been up and down the lineup. Another jackknife. Leafs did a great job picking him up. And on defense, beautiful two-colored patch here of Morgan Rielly. Morgan Rielly, what to say about Morgan Rielly? The guy gets too much slack. He's as classy as it comes. He's a great player. He does a lot for the team. Sometimes he will make some polarizing mistakes. Most of the times he's helping in ways that just the casuals don't understand. 41 points in 65 games. That's on pace for like a 50-point season. Who knows? Still a very good year. 4 goals, 37 assists, -9. Not great. 1 game winner. But this guy does everything as well. He plays a lot of minutes. Love Morgan Rielly. Another pickup of theirs, Eric Gustafson. Check this out. On a bad team here in Chicago, he had 42 points in 70 games as a defenseman, 7 goals, 35 assists, plus 9, and 2 game winners. What a pickup. They are super deep this year on defense, goaltending, and forwards. So I'm letting you see right here. Giordano, beautiful. Mark Giordano, man, the great-grandfather of Daryl Giordano. Look at this. Captain at the time. Captain with the Kraken, and with the Leafs, he might as well be a captain as well, because that's how he's playing. 78 games played as an old man. Would have played the whole season if they let him. 24 points, plus 27. One game-winning goal. Come on. Amazing. Another amazing pickup. On a horrible team, Jake McCabe this year, surprisingly, as a defenseman, plus 19, came from the Blackhawks. That was just self-destructing. 76 games played, 25 points, 3 goals. One of those goals was a game winner, but he hits hard. He fights hard. He just defends the right way. Amazing additions. They've also got Brody. Don't forget about Brody, all right? He's there. But another pickup with grit. Luke Shen, who just took Pat Maroon out. He wasn't even a game breaker for me. Pat Maroon is day-to-day. He was taken out by Luke Shen. Of course he will be back come playoff time, but Luke Shen let it be known. He will hit, and he will hit hard. He blocks plenty of shots. He's defensively sound. With the puck, don't expect too much, but Luke Shen was definitely brought in to set the tone. And I mentioned you got other defensemen on their team that want to get in, like Liljegren. Come on, check out this beauty. Greeny's favorite. Another Liljegren. Too much talent in there. You got a lot of players. How are you going to get them in? How are you going to get everyone in? It's hard. It's hard. But come on, man. It's going to happen. Last line of defense, though. Ilya Samsonov. What a year. What an amazing pickup. For nothing, we picked him up. Dubas picked him up. 42 games played, 27 wins, 10 losses, 5 ties, or overtime losses. Goals against average of 2.33. Very nice, man. Save percentage of .919. Outstanding. And if he gets hurt, which let's hope it does not happen, you got the Murr, who's expected to be back from playoff time. At the moment, he's still having some concussion symptoms. I love Matt Murray. He doesn't get enough respect, of course. He's had to deal with a lot of problems. For those of you giving him a hard time, I hope when you're down and out, that it doesn't happen to you too, man. He's lost family, lost his best friend. He's had plenty of injuries, off-ice troubles. This guy would love to get a little bit of respect from time to time, man. And if he comes in, I'm confident in Matt Murray. 26 games played, 14 wins, 8 losses, 2 ties. Goals against average of .301. Just a couple of bad games did that. Save percentage of a .903. Love Matt Murray. But for all intents and purposes, he will not be backing up the Leafs if Joseph Woll is around. This guy, the absolute wall that he is, man. What did he do? 7 games played, 6 wins, 1 loss, goals against average of .216, save percentage of .932. Amazing. Joseph Woll has looked great. Every level, every step of the way. Love these cards. Love Joseph Woll. So they've got 4 goalies deep. Shalgren also played. He could play if needed. Leaf dressed the most players in the NHL this year due to injury. Absolute insane. Game breakers. Another 20 goals, by the way. Which will be, how many 20 goal scorers? 6 20 goal scorers on the Leafs. If you've got Yarncroc, Willie, JT, Marner, Matthews, and Michael Bunting, picked up 23 goals, 26 assists, 49 points in 82 games played, plus 21, 103 penalty minutes, 4 game-winning goals. He's not afraid to get involved. He will be a game breaker. Another amazing pickup by Mr. Dubas, Sam Lafferty. You know what he does? He finishes his checks. He hits hard. He plays great defensive hockey. He hustles. He'll just never give up on a play. 70 games played, 29 or 27 points, 15 assists, and 12 goals. 1 game winner. Expect him to get a game winner. Always, I pick this man. Perfect Kempf to date for a overtime goal. David Kempf, very reliable in his own end. 7 goals, 20 assists, 27 points, plus 8, 1 game winner. Just great on face-offs. Another pickup, Noel Acciari. Come on, this guy is legit. Finishes his body checks. Just got his 100th point. Career, not of the year, that's for sure. All of this said and done. You look at injuries. Yeah, Tanner Jeannot, it's expected back on the 20th for Tampa. Maroon day to day. They'll both be playing in the playoffs. And with the Leafs, Bobby McMahon, LTIR. I don't know if he's coming back. Knee. Hopefully they don't need him. Giordano day to day. He'll be expected back. Perfectly healthy. Tavares was day to day. Matt Murray, concussion day to day. He's expected back. Gustafsson day to day, upper body. He's expected back. Sam Lafferty day to day. He's expected back. Samsonov day to day. It's a long injury list. Victor Belfort, I would say. Victor Mete, LTIR, lower body. He will not be coming back. Mac Hollowell, knee. He will not be coming back probably. Jake Muzzin, Nick Robertson, and Amarov. They will not be coming back. Not this year. I hope Amarov could get it together. He's having a hard time. A serious situation with a tumor. That's a real battle. Anyhow, he could just have a normal life. That's a win for me. So, but he's on the Leafs injured list for whatever reason. Nick Robertson, shoulder. He's not back till September. And Jake Muzzin might never be back playing hockey. So, all things said and done, I am going with Toronto Maple Leafs winning in 6. 100%. They're taking this. All right. That is your Eastern preview. Next up is the West. All right. And leading the way in the West, capturing the top spot, was the team that everyone was saying was just run as a joke organization. They don't know what they're doing. They keep losing significant pieces. We are talking about Vegas. But they claim top spot. You cannot do that without loads of talent and a team mentality. Led, of course, by their all-star, shown here in quite an awesome one-of-one gifted by Steve from For the Dang Pulls there, man. Big head mode activated asset. Star power. Jack Eichel, 67 games played, 27 goals, 39 assists, and 66 points. Just under a point a game. Plus 26. 2 game-winning goals. Cannot argue that. Outstanding player. This with a rebuilt neck. Outstanding. Big fan of Jack Eichel. And Chandler Stevenson coming in. 65 points. 49 of those were assists. 81 games played. Plus 12 and 5 game-winning goals. What a year. Jonathan Marchessault, long time, if you want to call it that. Vegas Golden Knight. 76 games played, 57 points, picked up 28 goals and 29 assists, plus 4 game-winning goals. Dangerous. Riley Smith, 78 games played, 56 points, 26 of those were goals, plus 11, another 4 game-winning goals. My goodness, man. Bam! William Karlsson, a far drop off from what he used to do with his 40-plus goals. He did still get 53 points, 14 goals. Not bad. Did play a full season. 2 game winners, plus 14. Very reliable player. And then we got Barbashev, man. Come on, there you go. Barbashev. 16 goals. Nice pickup by the Blues. He was a plus 1. 45 points in 82 games. 2 game winners. Don't count out Barbashev. And, of course, their leader on defense, Mr. Alex Pietrangelo. Loads of star power there, man. 73 games played. 54 points. 11 goals as a defenseman. Always awesome. Plus 13. 3 game-winning goals. Boily. Love it. Another guy I'm a huge fan of, Shea Theodore. On defense here. 55 games played, 41 points. He's expected to be healthy. Plus 16. 8 goals. 2 game winners again. Outstanding, man. Nicholas Hague. 81 games played, 17 points. A big drop off there on their third leading defenseman. 3 goals. Plus 7. 1 game winner though. So you got multiple ways to win games with this team. Very deep, very fun to watch. And in goal, that's a whole different story there. I don't have a Logan Thompson card. He had a very, very good season. 37 games played, 21 wins, 13 losses, 3 ties. Goals against average of .265 and save percentage of .915. 2 shutouts. Very, very good season. Backing him up, though, Mr. Aiden Hill. Shown here with the Sharks. 27 games played, 16 wins, 7 losses, 1 overtime loss, 249 goals against, and a .914 save percentage. Excellent goaltending there. Aiden Hill. But they also picked up Jonathan Quick. There you go, who was flipped from LA to Columbus as LA picked up Korpisalo, which was a great deal. It hurt Kings fans, but Jonathan Quick got sent over quickly to a playoff team, man. Will he help? Will he bring that experience? He did not have a great year. 44 games played, 16 wins, 15 losses, 6 overtime losses, a goals against of .341, save percentage of .882, but he did get 2 shutouts. So it is possible. And if needed, they also got Laurent Brossoit. Brossoit got, in 11 games, 7 wins, 0 losses, and 3 overtime losses. .217 goals against average and .927 save percentage. So if he's needed, he will be available. What a year. And game breakers, someone else may fly under the radar. William Carrier. Will he carry them along with 7 game-winning goals he had? In 56 games, 16 goals, 7 of them were game winners. This guy is going to get big goals. There's no other way. He sniffs out game winners. My goodness, man. Then we got Mark Stone, who's been injured. But when he plays, he's legitimate as well. 38 points in 43 games, almost a point a game. Only playing 43, yet he almost hit 20 goals. 17 goals, 21 assists, 1 game winner. Mark Stone should be back for these playoffs. All right. Michael Amadio, another awesome pick. He's been picked up by quite a few teams. He just does his best to try and get in the lineup. This year, he did manage to find the team and get in the lineup for 67 games. Very nice ultimate rookies. Gifted by the Farnamy one. 67 games played, 16 goals, 11 assists. Check that out. 2 game winners, plus 2. Very nice to see him getting some success. And of course, you can't talk about playoff hockey without some hot dogs, man. Hot dog and hot dogs. Yeah. Star power. Phil Kessel, the Iron Man, is also on the Vegas Golden Knights. He has been known to chip in Stanley Cup runs. He's been known to eat hot dogs out of said Stanley Cup after winning it. So I have him as a game breaker as well. This year he took a big step down. Of course, he's getting older. 82 games though. He played another full season. 36 points. Not bad. 14 goals. Come on, man. Was -7, but that's not surprising. He's still an effective player. And a big fan of this guy right here. I am a big fan. Teddy Bluger, Ice Premier's acetate. Teddy Hockey, 63 games played, only 4 goals, but one of those goals was a game winner. 16 points. Reliable guy, plays the game the right way. Great pickup by Vegas. I expect him to get a couple of playoff goals as well, man. All right, and they are going up against the 8th seed, the Winnipeg Jets, who just snuck in after being first place almost, for a big chunk of the year. They almost missed the playoffs, but that doesn't matter because they're in. They're in, man. One of 2 Canadian teams in the West. And how did they get here? Well, they had a couple of good seasons, mainly Kyle Connor and this beautiful Foily. 82 games played, 81 points. Almost a point a game. 32 goals, -11, 9 game winners. That's one way. That's one way to do it. And then having this dude, 81 games played, 42 goals, star power, man. 42 goals, 68 points, minus 16. 10 game winners, though. I mean, 9 game winners from Kyle Connor, 10 from Mark Scheifele. Very, very nice stuff there. Then you got this part of the, you could call him a three-headed monster, but Pierre-Luc Dubois, very tough to play against. +5. He did have 63 points in 73 games. 27 of those were goals and a game winner. Very hard to play against for sure. Blake Wheeler, he still got the quicks. 72 games played, 55 points, -3. Where in the sea back then? Check this out. Big fan. Great player. Then you got Nino Niederreiter. A very good pickup. 41 points in 78 games. 24 of those were goals. Got to work on his defensive numbers there. Being a -13, that's not good. 2 game winners. Nice canvas card there. Then we go to a foily. Very useful player. Nikolai Ehlers. There you go. Shown here in a OPG Platinum. He got 45 games played, 38 points. Always effective when he plays. -2. No game winners, but he's expected to be healthy. He's expected to be there come playoff time. All right, man. On defense, nice mishmash of players here. We got Josh Morrissey, who had a very good season with 41 points, 78 games played, 24 goals. 24 goals. Give me a break. Defenseman. Outstanding. -13 though. 2 game winners. Showing you they could score from anywhere on this team. Dangerous man, Neil Pionk, man. 82 games played. Also 10 goals. He throws some hits. He gets under your skin. 33 points as well. -12. Not good. Not good, man. 2 game winners though. Dangerous guy to play against, I tell you. And then we got Dylan, don't you dare call him Dylan DeMello. 75 games played, 27 points. He was a +10. No game winners. Did get 5 goals. Of course, Brendan Dillon. 82 games, 2 goals, 23 points, but 21 of those were assists. Very, very interesting defensive lineup. Last line of defense, of course. Having an amazing year. He's such a good goalie. Very consistent. We are talking about past the dang buck, Connor Hellebuck, man. 64 games played. Played a lot of hockey. 37 wins. 25 losses. 2 overtime losses. Goals against average of .249. Save percentage of .920 and 4 shutouts. I've been hearing he's in the conversation again for the Vezina. Why I put him in the Vegas pile, I'll never know. And backing him up, Big Save Dave. Having a decent year. Nice bounce back year. 21 games played, 9 wins, 8 losses, 1 tie, but a goals against average of .267, save percentage of .901. Very nice. Big Save Dave. Love seeing him bounce back up in another Canadian market. All right. And then we got our game breakers. Our game breakers, not to be forgotten about. Adam Lowry. He's rugged. He gets his nose dirty, man. 82 games played, 36 points, but he had 4 plus 4. He had 2 game winners, 2 game winners, 13 goals. Very, very nice. Then we got this guy. I love Cole Perfetti. Outstanding foily beauty here. Number 500. Cole Perfetti, 51 games played, 8 goals, 30 points. 30 points. Not too bad, kid. Man, not too bad at all. I expect him. He didn't have any game winners, but I expect him. If someone's going to get a game winner against Vegas, I expect him to get a couple of them, man. All right. And we got, Sam Gagner. He's a proven playoff performer, but his hip has him out. I don't think he's going to be coming back in the playoffs. You got Morgan Barron. Don't have one of his... I actually do think I have one of his cards, but 70 games played, 2 game winners. maybe he can make it happen, but I'm going to say, and you look at the injuries. Dubois is expected back and Perfetti, but they're hobbling. They are a little bit hobbling. Perfetti's expected back on the 20th, so we'll see. Maybe he'll come in earlier. Haven't heard anything yet. And with Vegas, their injuries, the only injury they're not getting anyone back from is Nolan Patrick and Leonard, but they haven't been playing with them anyway, so I say Vegas in 6. I hope I'm wrong. I do. I would like to see Winnipeg make some noise, but I just don't see it happening, man. I really don't. All right. Now heading on over to the number 2 seed. We got, the other number 2 seed. Because one of them is the Avalanche. But we're talking about the Dallas Stars. Oh, dangerous team. Right to the end. They could have won the West. They are loaded. They are a loaded team. They are a scary team to deal with. And they are led by Mr. Jason Robertson. This awesome rookie update. Tall boy card. Robertson in 82 games played. Not too shabby. He got 46 goals, 63 assists, 109 points. Broke the century mark. 109 points plus 37. 7 game winners. Amazing year. And next, we got Jamie Benn. Loads of playoff experience. 82 games played, 33 goals, 78 points. 78 points, almost a point a game. Jamie Benn, dangerous man. 4 game winners as well. Talk about a dangerous man. Joe Pavelski, 82 games, 77 points, almost a point a game again. Plus 42. Wow. Reliable both ends of the ice. He's got experience. A lot of it. Will he finally break that choking moniker he has? With San Jose, they had so many times, so many loaded teams. Dallas is a loaded team as well. Can he get them to the next level? He deserves a cup, I tell you. A lot of guys in that conversation. All right. You may have heard of this guy. Opie Hintz. What's happened with him? 73 games played. I'll tell you what's happened. Over a point a game. 75 dang points, man. 37 goals. Plus 31. 5 game winners. Dangerous. Nice pickup here in Max Domi, who is a journeyman, if I've ever heard of one. He's all over the place, always. 80 games played, 20 goals though, 56 points. What a bounce back year. He was on a bad Blackhawks team. You know this. I've told you already throughout this. Blackhawks, Vancouver, that was not a good scene in there. And the Hawks just got rid of everybody pretty much. Here you go. Minus 15. Not that great. That's what you expect out of Max Domi. That's been the knock on him. But 4 game winners. He's a feisty dude. Like his dad, except with offensive skill. Expect him to make some noise. And a big drop-off from previous seasons. Tyler Seguin used to be a guarantee for a point a game. 76 games played, 50 points, 21 goals, 29 assists. He was a plus, though. That's important, because he's also been knocked for his, we'll say, drive to play both ends of the ice. 3 game winners. Already a cup winner. Will he bring that experience that he got early in his career? We shall see. Another guy who deserves a cup with an amazing season yet again. Miro Heiskanen, shown here in a pre-NHL rookie here. Check this out. And this is 79 games played, 73 points, 11 goals. 2 of those were game winners. He's a plus 12. Love Miro Heiskanen. Bam! Ryan Suter. 82 games played, 25 points. Used to be with the Farnhams as shown here. 1 game winner out of his 3 goals. 22 of his 25 points were assists. Very nice. Then you got Esa Lindell. Picked up 29 points, 2 game winners in 82 games with 8 goals. And Colin Miller, 79 games, picked up 3 game winners out of 6 goals. We've got the last line of defense. Jake Ottinger, retro young gun here. Outstanding goalie. 62 games played, 37 wins, 11 losses, and 11 tie/overtime losses. Goals against of 2, a sparkling 237 nowadays. 919 save percentage and 5 shutouts. His stock really was rising within the NHL come playoff time. That's really when he picked it up, and he has not stopped since. And their backup, very nice pickup as well, shown here with the Coyotes, Scott Wedgwood. 21 games, 9 wins, 8 losses, 3 ties. Goals against of 272, save percentage of 915 with 1 shutout. Very nice. And quite a remix. I don't have this card, but there's another Matt Murray. They have a goalie as well, Matt Murray, who played 3 times, had 1 win, 2 losses, a goals against of 339, and a save percentage of 864. Not very good. That's not the Leafs Matt Murray. Do not get confused. Hopefully they won't need him. As for game breakers, oh man. Bam! Wyatt Johnson, come on, man. Wyatt, there you go. Now the wooden shoes lady's getting all the attention. Wyatt Johnson, what a rookie year he's had. What did he do? Out of 82 games, full season, 41 points, 24 goals. Very nice. +6 and 3 game winners. Very, very nice season. Not gonna lie there. All right, man. We got Faxa with 81 games played, 11 goals. 3 of those were game winners. But Mr. Mason Marchment, flying around the ice, always dangerous, only played 68 games this year, battling some injuries, but he's healthy and ready to play. 12 goals, 2 game winners. Watch out for Mason Marchment, former Leaf as well. And my pick, my sleeper pick, who has 0 game winners and only 8 goals on the year, only 9 points, 8 of those are goals, 70 games played. I just have a vision of Kivaranta getting a big goal, man. I see it. I see it. But will it be enough? Will it be enough? Their only injuries they got to worry about is Blumo, who was, he's probably not coming back. He was stretchered off the ice after falling awkwardly. That wasn't very good. He's expected back maybe in September. I would not expect him back at all. But they're going up against a tough team. A very tough style for anyone to go up against. Minnesota, Farnams, the Minnesota Wild, ranked 3rd. So they will be the road team. Don't let that fool you. That doesn't matter. It's in the playoffs. Anything can happen. And they've got weapons. They've got weapons, and they've got a very tough strategy. Well-coached team. They're tough. They're going to hit you. They're going to hurt you. They're going to get in the hard-to-play, dirty areas and do what they got to do, man. But they got that skill. That's where we're going to start. With a thrill named Kirill Kaprizov. Check this out. Ultimate Star Power, man. 67 games played, 40 goals, 75 points in 67 games. 35 assists as well. He was a +4. 6 game winners. That's what he does. That's what he does. That's what he knows how to do, man. Then you got a little bit of experience here. Matt Zuccarello, skating hard like he usually does. 78 games played, 22 goals, 45 assists, 67 points. Solid year with a -3. It's not like him, but 3 game winners. Outstanding dude. He will make you pay. I don't, for whatever reason, don't have a Boldy card. I know I gifted one to Julie Farnham, but 81 games played, not Boldy. 31 goals, 32 assists for 63 points, +1. He's the real deal. 5 game-winning goals. That is real deal hockey right there, man. And another real deal, amazing two-way player right here, Eriksson Ek. 78 games played, Voiley. 23 goals, Voiley. 38 assists and 61 damn Voiley points, man. Outstanding, +4. Get 1 game winner. Love him. He's a great player. One of their pickups, former Farnham. We got Marcus Johansson. He's looked pretty good. 19 goals in 80 games, 46 points, +3, including 7 game-winning goals. Wow, you're going to need that in the playoffs. Then you got a guy who made a big statement. Ryan Hartman, suspended for the last game of the season. He's back. He's back looking for the next victim. He's going to lay the body when he can, man. 59 games played, 37 points. Gonna get his offense too. 15 goals, 6 game winners, plus 7. My goodness, man. And then we head over to defense. And on defense, which is what they're known for, Jared Spurgeon, outstanding player, 79 games played, 34 points, a solid plus 32, and 3 game winners. Excellent defenseman. Big fan, man. And another awesome pickup, John Klingberg. What did he do in 69 games played? He got 33 points. Minus 25, got to work on that, but 3 game winners. Great with the puck. John Klingberg. Kellen Addison, I did not have an Addison card that I could find. 61 games played, though. 29 points. 1 game winner. And Jacob Middleton showed here with the Sharks. Come on, man. Yep. And that mustache. Shown with that mustache. Hopefully that's going to be growing again with a deep playoff run. 78 games played. 15 points. Plus 15. No game winners. But that mustache is a winner, if you ask me. And in goal, they've got a very interesting goaltending tandem. First, your winner, Marc-Andre Fleury, Foytley, best in the dang world. 46 games played, 24 wins, 16 losses, and 4 ties. 2.85 goals against average, 908 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. Amazing. Backing him up, Philip Gustafson, or maybe he'll be starting with these numbers. 38 games played, 22 wins, 9 losses, and 6 overtime losses. Goals against of 206, 933 save percentage, and 3 shutouts. They seem to be solid in that. All right. And then the game breakers. Freddie Gaudreau, 81 games played, 3 game winners, 17 goals. Expect him to make some noise. DeHame, I don't have his card as well. 50 games played, 9 goals. 3 of those were game winners. Expect big things from him. Bam! Sam Steele, 65 games played, 10 goals, 18 assists, 2 game winners. Expect big things from him. And talking about big, we got a couple of big, heavy hitters. Foytley, Matt Dumba. Check this out. Big man. He'll hit you hard. 4 goals. 2 of those 4 goals, though, in 78 games were game winners. See where I'm going with this. And, of course, man who needs no introduction. Big man. Ryan Reeves. What does he do? He crushes you. He's got goals, too. 5 goals in 72 games played. 15 points. He's a -5. But he's going to get a big goal. Mark my words. All right, man. All right. Very interesting series. I must say so myself. Now, all things considered, I have to go with Minnesota Wild. The Farnhams are going to pull this off. I think they're going to pull it off in 6, maybe 7. But I've got that feeling it's going to be the Minnesota Wild heading on to round 2. Man, first time in 5-6 years. All right. We're going to head on over to another awesome matchup. Another number 1, Colorado Avalanche, who finished first in their division. And they are rewarded with a matchup against the second-year Seattle Dang Kraken. Can't wait, man. I cannot wait. We're going to start with the defending Stanley Cup champions, Colorado Avalanche. It's not the same team. Again, they have a different goaltender. And they are missing their captain, Gabriel Landeskog, so it's not going to be easy. One may even say they are ripe for the picking. We shall start with the superstar himself, Nathan Dang MacKinnon, man. Star power. Ultimate star power in the last game of the season to get them in to that top spot. What did he do out of 4 goals? 3 goals and 1 assist is what he did. And some of those, I'm telling you, at least one of them, he went through 2 people, completely dangled his way to a beauty goal. 71 games played, 42 goals, 69 assists for 111 points. Wow. Plus 29 and 9 game-winning goals. Nathan MacKinnon, absolute star power that he is. It's going to be hard to stop. But you don't win Stanley Cups with just one star. Even with Gabriel Landeskog not being part of it, we still got Mikko Rantanen, shown here in the slappy favorite Electromagnetic. Check this out. 82 games played, 105 points, 55 goals, and 50 assists. My goodness. Mikko Rantanen is slick with the puck. He's hard to defend. Amazing. Also a plus 15. Cannot go wrong. 9 game-winning goals. And without Landeskog, other people had to step it up. Like JT Dankhoff, man. 82 games played. Now, you're not going to have the same numbers as Landeskog, but nothing wrong. With 52 points, he's a plus 8. 17 goals and 35 assists. See the drop-off between the top 2 point getters, 111, 105, and right down to 52. That's how she goes. Plus 8 and 3 game-winning goals. JT Compher more than did his fair share of helping that team out, man. And we got Mr. Playoffs, Arturi Lehkonen. Loads of game winners in the playoffs, this guy. 64 games played, 51 points, 21 which were goals. He was a plus 8, another 3 game winners. Expect him to probably get 2 overtime winners in that first round, or 2 game winners. Then we got Valerie Nichushkin, who also put up 47 points in 53 games, though. I mean, if you look at Lehkonen, 51 and 64 and 47 and 53, those are like 70-point seasons. My goodness, man. Another plus 8 as well. With Lehkonen, and Nichushkin is a plus 15. My goodness. 2 game-winning goals. See where I'm getting there. Evan Rodriguez, 69 games played, 39 points. Solid. We're going to say like a 50-point season there on average, maybe a little less. 16 goals, 23 assists, plus 7, 2 game winners. Avs just keep finding people. Again, they didn't have Landeskog at all this year. But they finished first. You know, Vegas was missing so many of their stars too. They finished first as well. And a big reason for that is their defense. For the first time in his career, dealing with some injuries, but that didn't stop this beauty. Look at this. Rated 10. Cale Makar, Young Guns. 60 games played. He still got 66 points, over a point a game. He still managed to get 17 goals, 49 assists, and 6 game-winning goals. Cale Makar, real deal. Real deal. Best defenseman in the game today. And their second defenseman, shown here in Future Watch with the Islanders, Devin Taves, 80 games played, 50 points, 7 goals, 43 assists. He was plus 39. Outstanding, man. No game winners, but he definitely had some game savers. There's no question there. Samuel Girard also chipped in with 37 points from the back end there. 76 games played. He was a minus 10 though. 1 game winner. But this guy, in only 42 games, I'm telling you, Bowen Byram's had to deal with his fair share of injuries, but he's healthy now. 42 games played, 24 points, 10 goals, 1 game winner. He was a plus player, plus 7. Beautiful rookie, Black Rainbow, Bowen Byram. And of course, we also got Josh Manson. Don't forget about him. In 27 games played, that guy, only 27 games played, he was plus 13, 2 game winners, 10 points, 2 game winners. Both of his goals were game-winning goals. Crazy. He also picked up 8 assists out of those 10 points. And then we got our goaltenders. They look different. Gone is Kemper and bam! Alexander Georgiev. He was always a legitimate backup. He put up some starting numbers in 62 games. 50 wins, 16 losses, and 6 overtime losses. 2.53 goals against and .918 save percentage. Very, very impressive numbers from Mr. Georgiev. And the backup goalie, Pavel Francouz, man. 16 games played, 8 wins, 7 losses, 1 tie, overtime loss. 2.61 goals against average and .915 save percentage with a shutout. Cannot go wrong. Cannot go wrong with that backup. And they even had Keith Kincaid. Not Kincaid from Nightmare on Elm Street, Dream Warriors. We're talking about Keith Kincaid. 2 games played, 1 win, 0 losses, 0 overtime losses or ties. Came in relief in one of those games. 1.36 goals against average. Wow. I know it's only a couple of games, but save percentage, .950. Almost perfect, that guy. So if they need a third string goalie, he showed up for a couple of games, man. Maybe they only need him for a couple of more. We shall see. They got some game breakers too. Their youth movement. We got Mr. Alex Newhook, a beauty, retro Young Guns pulled by Canadian card breakers. Check this one out. 82 games. He played a full season. He got 30 points, 14 goals, but of those 14 goals, 3 game winners. Expect Mr. Newhook to continue that awesome stretch he's got going there with finding the net at the right time. Yeah. You also got Nieto. He had 81 games played, 2 game winners in there. Of his 12 goals, he had 24 assists, an even split of goals and assists. Man, 24 points, I meant. He's got -15, though. And then you got Malgin, who was with the Leafs, who's now with the Avs. I think he might be one of those. He's played 65 games, 13 goals, but he has a game winner, +4. He may be one of those people that's not guarded. Nobody's worried about him. He'll just slide in there for a big goal, man. Of course, Andrew Cogliano finally got himself a cup ring. 79 games played, 19 points, +6. GTA Cogliano, man. 10 goals. There were no game winners, but playoffs, it's a different beast. And of course, if only they had Mr. Gabriel Landeskog, but he usually pick them up when they're feeling down. Even give them a hand when they're flat on the ground. Maybe they could win it for him. We shall see. We shall see. But they're going up against the ever-talented, tentacly correct Seattle Kraken. How can the Kraken beat the defending champions? An expansion team just last year. Well, it's going to start with some tentacles, of course, but also Jared McCann. Come on, man. Jared McCann. There you go. Jared McCann had 79 games played, 70 points, 40 goals, and 30 assists. Ex-Leaf, I may add. Picked up just for the sake of getting picked up by the Kraken. Picked up by the Leafs. Left unprotected. 40 goals later. My goodness, man. Outstanding season for him. He was also +18. He had 1 game winner, but he's tasted the blood. Get that 1 game winner, you want another, man. And we got Mr. Jordan Eberle, who has made a career of slick goals at the right time. He had 4 game winners out of his 20 goals. He played all 82 games, which is a great sight to see. He's had some injuries in the past. 63 points, +6. Never count this guy out, I'm telling you, man. Former Islander and Oiler. And then we have the young phenom. Look at this. Beautiful, foily numbered. Also from the future, as you will see. Numbered to 350. Amazing. Amazing looking card. Amazing player. Matty Dang Beniers, man. 80 games played, 57 points, 24 goals, 4 game winners, +14. Defensively responsible already at his age. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Of course, talk about winning and a cup experience. You got Yanni Gourde here, seen in his SP Blue color match. 81 games played, 48 points. He was a +23, 2 game winners, 14 goals of his 48 points. My goodness, man. It's not all about how many, but the times that you score them. Now we're going to head over to some Dutch representation. Daniel Dangsprong, man. Right there, Nederlander. We've got 66 games from him. 46 points, 21 goals, and 25 assists. What a great year from the Dutchman. Plus 13, 3-game winners. That's right. Check this out. There's a young gun. This one was gifted by Leaf Fan Down Under. Love Mr. Daniel Sprong. And coming in at number 6 on their forward point list, you've got Oliver Bjorkstrand. 81 games played, another 20 goal scorer, 25 assists, and 45 points. He's a -1, 1-game winner. Pretty good. Top 6 there. Their defense, another one who was left unprotected. Probably the gem of the draft for them, expansion draft. Vince Dunn, formerly of the St. Louis Blues, 81 games played, 64 points, 14 goals, 50 assists, plus 28. That is impressive. 2-game winners from a defenseman. Next up, you got Justin Schultz, 73 games played, 34 points, plus 4, 4-game winners. 4 of his 7 goals were game winners. Talk about big goals. Mishmash defense continues. Former Oiler and Devil, Adam Larson. He is a force there. Defensive gem, 82 games played, 33 points, 8 goals, 25 assists, plus 27. 2-game winners. More game winners from the defense. And we got one more. 2-game winners right here. Alexiak, another card from the future. Number to 100. Jamie Alexiak, 75 games played, 9 goals, 16 assists, 25 points. 2-game winners again. 2-game winners. Alexiak, come on. Every one of those guys on defense had at least 2-game winners, including Schultz having 4. And their goalies. Got this last line of defense, as we've been talking about. Mr. Martin Jones, shown there with the San Jose Sharks. Beautiful synergy card. Very nice. He is now their starting goaltender. He's taken the reins with 48 games played, 27 wins, 13 losses, and 3 overtime losses / ties. 2.99, just under the 3 goals against average. And his save percentage, .886 with 3 shutouts. That could be better, let me tell you. Seems like he's still got some of his Sharks numbers there, but time will tell if those numbers will improve in the playoffs. Their backup goalie was one of their goalie pickups from the expansion draft, Philip Grubauer. He had 39 games played, 17 wins, 14 losses, 4 overtime losses / ties, 2.85 goals against, and a save percentage closer to the 900 mark with .895. Now, again, that could be better. Joey Decord played 5 games as well with 2 wins, 1 loss, 1 overtime loss or tie. Goals against of .315 and a 900 save percentage. The only one of the 3 goalies with a save percentage at 9 or higher. But of course, that goals against .315 is not going to cut it. They will need to play better. They've got some game breakers that could maybe make some noise if needed. You've got, of course, Eli Tolvanen. I don't have a card with him at the moment. Not near me anyway. He played 61 games, had 18 assists, 31 points, 18 goals, 31 points, and he was a +8. But those game winners, he had 4 of them. Burakovsky, proven winner and big-time player with the Avs. Come on, man. He had a decent season. 49 games played, 39 points. I say decent because he should have played more. Otherwise, that's some really good points per game there. 13 goals, 3 game winners. Andrew Burakovsky, I'm telling you, game breaker for sure. And this guy, he's got the quicks. Brandon Tanev, former Canuck, 82 games played, 16 goals, 19 assists for 35 points. He was a plus 21. 3 game winners. Amazing. Morgan Geekie. I have never lost faith in this guy. Been a big fan of his. He's been dropping off. A lot of people are calling him a bust. He wasn't a top 2, top 3 pick for one. Hard to be a bust. But he played 69 games. He only had 9 goals, 19 assists, 28 points. But he was a plus 14, and again, he had 3 game-winning goals. Bam! Nice blue, Alexander Wenberg. He also had 3 game-winning goals. So there are quite a few depth pieces there that could get those game winners. And if you look at the injuries to both of those teams, Colorado's got a bunch of people that are coming back, that are going to be healthy come game 1. From Cogliano, Malgin, Helm, Darren Helm's on the team. Manson, and Makar, of course. But Landeskog will not be one of them. He's done. He's done with his knee. Long-term injury reserved for him. And injuries with the Kraken, you got Jones. I mean, he's their goalie, but he's day-to-day. From a hand injury, he should be ready come game 1. Burakovsky, lower body, day-to-day. Should be ready for game 1. Donskoy will not be ready. He's got a concussion. He's not expected back at all for this year. And John Hayden as well, not expected back. Injury reserve, lower body. All right. Who's going to win the series? I actually think the Kraken, they're going to take it. Kraken are going to take it in 7. They're going to shock everybody. The Tentacles will connect. It is technically correct. Tentacles will connect, man. I see it. Yeah, there are a couple of shockers here, aren't there? Every other year, I don't really go for those upsets, but I'm feeling something. I'm smelling something in the air, man. All right. We got one more series. We're going to end this with a banger that's hard to predict as well. 2 cities who have something in common. That word. It is a word. The word is greatness. Wayne Gretzky played for both of these. Started with the Edmonton Oilers and, of course, ended up with the Los Angeles Kings. Cannot wait for this series. And who will we start with first? Well, we're going to start with the team who got the top seed in their division. Not in their division. They had the 2nd seed, but Edmonton Oilers. Epic logo. And you can't talk about the Edmonton Oilers without talking about a very special player. Ultimate Star Power, man. Check out this Connor McDavid tonight. It's a 9.5. Beauty. You're talking about Ultimate Star Power. He is the best player in the game. No question about it. In 82 games. This might sound like some kind of error, but I assure you this is correct. 64 dang goals, man. 89 assists. 89 assists out of 82 games played. And 153 points. He was a plus 22. He had 11 game-winning goals. Connor McDavid. How can you stop him? You can't. You can't. You can't stop this guy. You could try to slow him down. He's going to maybe put four or 5 people on him, but the problem with doing that is there are other people on his team. Like Leon Draisaitl. More star power, man. 82? 80 games played. He didn't play all 82. 80 games played, but he still got 50 goals. 52 goals, actually. That's 2 guys on the same team with 50 goals. That's dangerous. He also had 76 assists. He had 128 points. Plus 7 and 11 game-winning goals. I did not stutter. That's crazy. And then you have another guy. Cut Scratch Fever. Look at this one. Got a nice MVP watch. Ryan Nugent Hopkins, the Nuge. We are talking about Nuggets, man. Big Chick Johnny. Marky Mark. You know what's going on. Look at this guy. For years, in the shadows, disrespected. This year, 82 games played, 37 goals, 67 assists, and that means 104 points. There are 3 people on the same team with 100-plus points. Sound familiar? Like the 80s Oilers, maybe? Amazing. He had 3 game winners. He was plus 12. What a year. What a year. Coming in at number 4 on the point list. Takes a significant drop down. Not too significant, because it's still over a point per game, but Zach. Oh, Zachary, I miss him big time. 79 games played, 36 goals, 47 assists, 83 points, plus 13. This guy does not quit. 3 game winners. The epitome of what you need. Epitome of the Warrior spirit in the playoffs. That's that guy. Zach Hyman. What a Warrior. And you got a decent pickup by them. Nick Bukestad. Barnaby knows about him. 78 games played, 17 goals, 12 assists, 29 points, plus 13. 1 game winner. That is a big drop off in points. From their 4th highest point getter being at 83 points, very next guy down, 29 points. There's a big reason for that. He did have the game winner. He was plus 13. But the big reason is because their other top dog, we're talking about Evander Kane. Beauty of a player. Off-ice issues seem to be a thing of the past. He only played 41 games. 16 goals, 12 assists, and 28 points. He would have been up there had he not have been extremely hurt. He had his wrist slit in a freak accident on the ice. He came back pretty quickly. There's no way he was 100%. Minus 4, 3 game winners. He's a playoff type of player anyone should love to have on their team. Expect big things from him in the playoffs. And on defense, another guy, just like Justin Hall in Toronto, who gets no respect, Darnell Nurse. The amounts of ridicule I hear coming this guy's way, especially from Oiler fans of all people, because of his contract. But what did he do? He took a big step up is what he did. 82 games played, 43 points. He was a plus 26. If that's bad defense, being plus 26, I'll take it. Don't have to take the salary though, but 4 game winners as well. 12 goals, 31 assists. Great year, Darnell Nurse. I think he took steps in the right direction. Then you got their second defenseman. He took the step backwards a bit. 82 games played, 40 points, 8 goals. He's a solid defender. Plus 6. He had 32 assists though. Not too bad. 2 game winners of his 8 goals. They could use that because, like I said, you can't just be about McDavid and Draisaitl. Now you got Nuge and Hyman and Bukestad and Vander Kane. These other guys, you need offense from the defense too. They had another excellent pickup. He looked great with the Oilers. Mattias Ekholm. In 78 games played, he had 32 points and plus 28. No game winners. 9 goals though. This guy is legit what they needed. Definitely a big part of that missing puzzle. And Kulak. We're not talking about Bruce Kulak, the guitarist from Kiss again. Paul Stastny, man. Yeah, Paul Stanley. Not the same guy. We're talking about a different guy. 82 games played, 20 points, plus 12. No game winners again, but he did manage to score 3 goals out of his 20 points. So who knows, maybe that will be a game winner. Another guy that took a step back to reality. Cody Ceci. Last year, he was pulling up points we didn't think he had. In 80 games, 1 goal, 14 assists for 15 points, but he was a plus 11. That's pretty good. If you see here in his career, a lot of those minuses came on a bad Senators team. He was a 7 on the Leafs, plus 18 on the Pens. So he's learning to stay steady in the back end, and they need that. They lost Tyson Barrie. He was not known for his defensive play, so maybe that's addition by subtraction. We shall see. And in goal, I left my Skinner card back in Canada, so embarrassing, but it's not here. 50 games played, 29, 29 wins, 14 losses, 5 overtime losses / ties, and a goals against of 275 and a .913 save percentage. He usurped Mr. Campbell, who was signed 5 years, $5 million. Bam! Jack Campbell. Big fan. I love Jack Campbell. Anyone who knows, who's even heard the man talk, should love Jack Campbell. He did not have a great year, though. He started turning it up a bit towards the end, which is good to see. 36 games played, 21 wins and 9 losses. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. 4 overtime losses, but his goals against average is .341. That is not good. And the save percentage is .888. You need to be better, my friend. And the Oilers would love that, because if any of their goalies goes lights out, it's going to be lights out for the opposition. You've seen what they've got. You've seen what they're doing offensively. And they've got nice pieces too. They've got Mr. Warren Fogle, game breaker on season. 67 games played, 13 goals, 15 assists, plus 7, 28 points, but 4 game-winning goals. He's one of those guys. You got everyone guarding McDavid and Draisaitl and Nuge and Hyman, and bam! Like him, Kyler Yamamoto. He's had some problems with concussions, but 58 games played, 10 goals, 15 assists, 25 points, plus 12, and 3 game-winning goals. It's another guy that could benefit, and another nice pickup for them. Matthias Janmark, 65 games played, 10 goals, 15 assists for 25 points. He's a plus 9. Another game winner there. I think those 3 guys could make some noise. And don't forget about Klim Kostin. Fan favorite, 57 games played, 11 goals, 10 assists, 21 points. He was a plus 12 with 2 game winners. Any of those 4 guys, it is your playoffs. You will be open, believe me. All right, and their injuries. Ryan Murray, with a back problem, day to day, he should be back. Mike Smith, it says Mike Smith is still on there. Long-term injury reserve, and Oscar Klefbom. They would love to have him, but he's been dealing with injury for the last few years. So that's your Oilers team. And they're going up. It's going to be hard to beat. They're going up against a very good team. Very deep, very young, exciting, fast team. Who made some nice moves themselves. We are talking about the LA Kings. The LA Kings are deep. They're young, though. They've got a couple of veterans there who've won the cup, like Kopitar and Doughty. But they've got a lot of youth. We will start with the aforementioned Kopitar, that Brock Hillian green dazzle. Check this out. Ultimate Star Power. 82 games played, 74 points, 28 goals and 46 assists there. He was a plus 20 with, I believe, 4 game winners. Still making it happen. Absolute legend in LA. Love me some Kopitar, especially in Brock Hillian green. Coming in at number 2 on their point list, Kevin Fiala from the Farnby Farnhams at the time on this card. 69 games played, 72 points, over a point a game, 23 goals and 49 assists. He was a plus player, plus 2, and had 2 game winners. Kevin Fiala is very dangerous offensively. Watch out for him. Adrian Kempe, 82 games played, 41 dang goals, 26 assists and 67 points. That's a good year. That is a very good year. Plus 22, outstanding, and 6 game winners. Kempe, man. Keeping up the tempe, man. Bam! Victor Arvidsson, foily Timmy's card here. Also a nice pickup, 77 games played, 59 points, 26 goals, 2 game winners in there. He was a -4 though, so he could maybe work on that. Very nice. And this guy, known for his defensive awesome prowess, we've got a 2-way forward, Philip Deneau, who signed a big deal. Could not be matched by Montreal. So he left to the Kings and has been an outstanding addition. 54 points in 82 games. Not known for offense, but he's been bringing it. 18 goals. He had a game winner. But strangely, he was a -8. But he is outstanding in the playoffs. He will be shadowing the Stars players. We got this beauty of a player next, always flying under the radar. Of course, we're talking about Gabe Vilardi. He would like to break the dang ice, man, and make some noise. Look at this beautiful foily Gabe. Very nice card. Gabe Vilardi, 63 games played. He had 41 points, 23 goals, and 18 assists in there. He was a +10 and 6 game-winning goals. That's a good year. That's a guy who scores at the right time. And on defense, of course, can't talk LA Kings without talking about their leader, Drew Doughty. Love these cards. Love this player. He hits hard. He's a bit of a jerk to play against, and that's exactly how the Kings like it. 9 goals, 43 assists. The ageless wonder, 52 points, +12. 2 game winners. And you know it's not only that. You know he has bone-crunching body checks. Outstanding player to watch. Love Drew Doughty. You got Sean Durzi. Gonna go a little bit of some ex-Leafs in here. 72 games played, 38 points, 9 goals and 29 assists there. He had a game winner as well. From a defense, you gotta love it. -12 though. Sean Durzi, come on there, man. Bringing his Leaf mojo with him there. Matt Roy, 82 games, 9 goals under the radar. Look at that. From our defense, we have 9 from Doughty, 9 from Durzi, 9 from Matt Roy. 17 assists and 26 points. He was a +8 with 2 game winners. Again, always welcome getting game winners from the defense. Bam! Mikey Anderson, a big fan of this guy. Not as big as for the pulses, but 77 games played, 5 goals, 15 assists, 20 points. He was a +20. 1 game winner. That's what I'm talking about. Mikey Anderson. Outstanding. And of course, they picked up Gavrikov. I don't have a card of his right now with me. He is a great acquisition. He did not come alone as well. He had 6 goals, 13 assists, 19 points, +4, and 2 game winners. But Gavrikov came with a new goalie as they shipped Mr. Longtime goalie Jonathan Quick over Columbus Blue Jackets for Korpisalo, and that has turned out very well. Now, his numbers are going to be warped from his time with Columbus, also not a good team at all this year. 39 games played, 18 wins, 14 losses, 4 overtime losses. Those numbers are actually pretty good considering what team he was on. Goals against average of .287 and a save percentage of .914 with 1 shutout. He has looked outstanding with LA. What a deal. What a deal, man. They have upgraded their goaltending position, if you ask me. I mean, I love Quick, but his best days are done. Can't argue that. Cal Peterson, amazing. I mean, for them to turn Jonathan Quick into Gavrikov and Korpisalo, there are other pieces involved, but that's outstanding. Cal Peterson, who was their goalie of the future, he had a rough year. 10 games played, 5 wins, 3 losses, 2 overtime losses. Goals against average was 3.76, almost 4 a game. Not good at all, man. Save percentage, .868, 0 shutouts. Cal Peterson, if you get in there, I'm telling you, we need to see a different Cal. Of course, there's another guy who showed up. I don't have a card of his. I don't think many people do. Phoenix Copley, 37 games played, 24 wins, 6 losses, and 3 ties/overtime losses. Those are numbers you want to see. And his goals against was 2.64. His save percentage, .947. Playing that much hockey and having a save percentage like that is outstanding with a shutout. How can you not start Phoenix Copley over Korpisalo? I don't know, but either way, amazing options, great choices to have. I love it. And then you got their game breakers. Of course, Iafallo, always dangerous. 59 games played, 14 goals, 36 points. He was a +14, but 5 game-winning goals. My goodness, my goodness. Zach McEwen, 56 games played, 3 game-winning goals there, of only 4 goals that he had. 3 of those were game winners. Amazing. And he finished with 10 points. So it's a guy who doesn't score often, but when he does, it'll be a big goal. And you got a former Leaf again, shown here in his stature rookie, Trevor Moore. Outstanding player as well. He's got a gas tank that just never empties. 59 games played, 10 goals, 19 assists for 29 points. However, a game winner and someone who will be under the radar, free to do what he wants, man. And of course, don't forget about Blake Lizotte. He's always dangerous. But this guy, I've got high hopes for Mr. Quinton Byfield. As does For the Pulse. Look at this beautiful dazzle me, man. Quinton Byfield. One of the top picks, second overall, I believe, or was it third? It was in the top three anyway. 53 games played, 22 points, making some steps, only 3 goals and 19 assists. No game winners, but what a time to shine. I think he's going to take it up an extra level and score a couple of nice goals in the playoffs. Beautiful card too. We will end it off with another 56 gamer here. 13 goals, 15 assists, 28 points. 1 game winner. Guy I'm very high on. Arthur Kaliev. Check this beauty slab out. My goodness, man. Love it. All kinds of stuff from the future here. Amazing. Great player. I think he's going to get a couple of nice goals in the playoffs too. The time is now. My goodness. My goodness. I cannot wait. I'm fired up. And their injuries. I mean, Edler, day-to-day, he's expected back with an upper body injury. Fiala, upper body injury, day-to-day, he's expected back. Gabe Vilardi, day-to-day, upper body, also expected back. Thomas Akil will not be coming back. And Jacob Ingram will not be coming back, I don't think. Maybe he will, but those aren't the players you need to win. Fiala, yes, of course, and Vilardi and Edler will be a big help. But those last two, that's depth. That's depth. And as you could see, LA's got some depth. Edmonton's got some depth. But who's going to win the series? And I've got to go with the Edmonton Oilers. It's just, I thought about this. I went back and forth a few times, but Connor McDavid is on a different level right now. And the fact that they've got more than just 2 people making noise. Until I see anyone stopping that guy, it's going to be hard to go against them. Last year, Edmonton dismantled and embarrassed the Flames by the end of it. And the Flames have not been the same since. But the Kings, will they get in their minds, man? We shall see. We shall see. So, I hope you enjoyed this marathon. If you did, please give the video a like, subscribe if you are not yet subscribed, and leave a comment. Maybe sharing your own predictions. Who's going to win any of these series? You don't have to go as far as the Cup, because there's another round for that. Every round, these playoff series will be cut in half. We'll try and make it not so long next time, but it's hard. It is hard. I had to film this in segments as well, so I imagine if you are watching still, you have watched it in segments or skipped. It's all good. It's all good, man. All right. Take good care of yourselves and take good care of those around you. Enjoy the playoffs. It is going to be outstanding hockey. We got a few games today, starting today and tomorrow, man. We'll be seeing playoff hockey every night for a while. Cannot wait. All right. I will see you all soon. Real soon.